Okay. Hello, YouTube. So for this live stream, I will follow this schedule roughly. So first, during the live stream, I will respond to comments. I will have the comments right here. Oh, how do I make this? Okay. I think I just did this last time, yeah. But, oh shoot. I thought this would stay. But basically, I will respond to chats and first do 5 vocab words, then talk about the history of coffee. Then I will be ranking some foods, maybe other things, saying which is the best, second best, okay, worst, that kind of thing. Then around 45 minutes, location guessing, and an hour and 30 minutes. So 45 minutes of that, starting at 45 minutes into the stream, then spot the differences, then maybe a comic book, we'll see, but also just answering questions, final thoughts. All right, so let's go to the 1,000 most common words. I didn't use this website for my vocabulary videos, but I did around 390 words on the other videos. So let's just start from include. The stream is going, this is for later. History of coffee. Interesting stuff. So, oh yeah, the chat. Hello, Lestat. Lestat, we have a little schedule thanks to your recommendation. The word include. Right now, Lestat is being included in the live stream. Right? That's one way to use the word. To include, to comprise or contain as part of a whole. Ooh, that sounds weird to me. This definition sounds weird. Make part of a whole or set. To include. So if you buy a TV, there probably will be a remote included. And, you want to include people into things generally. This person is not included in whatever this is. All right, next word. That's good enough, right? Good enough. Let. I say let a lot. So I'll say, if you are with people, let's say you're just hanging out with people, you can say all the time, hey, let's go to the park. Let's go to the park. I want to go. I'm suggesting that we go to the park. Let's go. Let us go. Let's go. Let us go. To let. Let a dog out. To let a dog out, for example, would be to open the door for a dog so that a dog can go outside. That's letting a dog out. Letting a dog out. You shouldn't let a dog eat. For example, I don't know. Dogs eat dog poop. They are very weird. They will do this. You shouldn't just let your dog do this. I don't think. And you shouldn't let your dog bark all night. All night, if people are sleeping, you shouldn't let your dog bark all night. Okay. Good words. Include, let. I'll just do 3. I'll keep this casual, and I'll do more words in the actual vocab playlist. So just 3, because I think we're at about 10 minutes. Oh, I didn't start this stopwatch. How long is the stream right now? Let me just check this. How far in are we? 6 minutes. Okay, so okay. Last word, moment. A moment is a short amount of time, really. It can be 1 second or less than 1 second. A moment can be very, very short. For example, you can say that a bullet leaving a gun, you could say that the moment the bullet leaves the gun, the barrel of the gun, the moment the bullet leaves the gun, it travels at 1,000, maybe even 2,000, 3,000 feet per second. It travels, for example, 2,000 feet per second, or 9mm, 1,000 feet per second. The moment it leaves the gun. So that's a very short period of time. Where's that other picture? When the bullet is just not here, but right here. It's there for a very short period of time, a very brief moment, but a moment. Now, I can also say, oh, I just need a moment. I need a moment to relax. And maybe I'm on the beach and I'm walking on the beach with people, and I say, oh, I just need a moment. You can keep walking and come back, maybe, and I will sit here for a moment, but it's gonna be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe. So it can be both, right? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So I think we're at about 10 minutes, yeah. So I will reset this, and I'll try to follow this schedule. All right, so it was 3 vocab words today. That's still pretty good. 3 per live stream is good. Coffee. I'm drinking my coffee. So while I do that, let's look up a little bit about the history of coffee. Oh, I don't have the tab open anymore. I don't have it open anymore. That's okay. I will just search again for the history of coffee. Just search those words again. Problem solved. Coffee's journey. I mean, a journey usually is like a person. A journey to the center of the earth. This is a book and a movie. A journey to the center of the earth. The center of the earth is actually like right here, inside the earth, the center of the earth. So it is a weird title. You might hear this title or see this title and think, wait, what? The center? Yes, the center of the earth. But yeah, a journey, right? This is a journey. This is what I think of when I use the word journey. But yeah, you can say for coffee, coffee's journey began in Ethiopian forests in 9th century legend of Chaldees goats. Okay. What? This gets weird fast. Moved to the Arabian Peninsula, brewed by Yemeni Sufi monks for alertness. That's kind of crazy. What? So Ethiopia. Is there a video we can watch maybe? That's a 16-minute video. Oops. All right, the history. Hello. Let's skip for... Huh.
Now, if we're being honest, we have to look at colonization and follow that around the world.
Colonization. He's saying we have to look at colonization, which is when other people from other countries, maybe people from Britain, they go somewhere else and they say, okay, this is our land. You know, they take it over. They colonize. They make it like Britain. They try to make this area a part of Britain. But Britain is up here, and these people already live down here. But that's colonization. The Dutch were... I'm not going to maybe explain this whole video, but some of these sentences, sure. The Dutch were not well known for pleasantries. It's a weird way of talking, but pleasantries are nice behaviors. So, oh, what the heck? What is this? Now, a pleasantry would be saying hello, giving a gift, giving a gift maybe, just doing trade, doing trade back then? It's just good things, okay? The word pleasant means something nice. And, yeah. Saudi coffee is beautiful. I don't know what kind of coffee I'm drinking right now. But, yeah, so let's look up, for example, I'm going to look up what is older, espresso or coffee, and what's the difference? On Google Images. I just looked this sentence up on Google Images. Man, the whole world is getting turned into AI. Everything's just... Espresso is a much newer method of making coffee. Wow, really? Huh. Invented in Italy around 1900, so 125 years ago. In Italy. It's brewed... Okay, how is espresso actually brewed? What's the difference? Can we see a picture? Pressurized water. So a pressure, what are those called? Pressure water cleaner? Pressure washer. These use pressurized water. This water is under a lot of pressure, so the water comes out very fast. The water has a lot of force, power, speed. And this is... Espresso is made using pressurized water. So, pressurized water is forced into short contact with grinds. That's it. Water uses gravity to slowly contact. That's funny. The water uses gravity, like the water is some kind of tool. I mean, it is. This is a band. There is a band named Tool, music band. So they show up when you try to search the word Tool. These guys show up. Yeah, how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? What time is it for you? Let me know that. What time is it for you? Alright, so... Oh, I was only gonna do this for about 10 minutes. So, we looked up coffee, right? We researched it. I think that was good. The coffee thing is over. Maybe I'll research more about coffee another time. But that was good. We didn't learn anything, really, about coffee. It's crazy. It goes from this to the brown, dried, the dry coffee bean. The coffee bean with no water. It has been dried by the sun Are coffee beans dried by the sun? Coffee beans dried by the sun. Or is it an oven? Some kind of heat? Yes. Sun drying is a very common traditional method. Traditional meaning just the method that's normally used. The common method, traditional. Part of culture already. It has been a part of culture for a while. Traditional. 4 p.m. Nice. So I noticed that most of the YouTube viewers are online around this time. So I figured there will be a few people to interact with. All right. Following the schedule, we will rank some foods and other things. So there's a website here. Yeah, it's a tier list. So you're making a tier list. A list could be anything. This is a list of ideas that I wrote down. Just a short list. Tier means, okay, first, second, third. I hope you can see these vegetables pretty well. I know some people watch on their phone, their cell phone, but, well, I think that's as big as the pictures are going to get. Avocado, I have to say S tier. That really is a very unique and awesome food. Now, avocados are very hit or miss. So, hit or miss. This is a hit. That's a hit. And a miss. That's a miss. He missed Floyd. So avocados are hit or miss because they can be very bad. Avocado, man. Ah, these are great avocados, of course. But let's find some bad avocados. Ugh. You don't want to eat this. This will taste bad. At least some parts of this. So that's the only thing about avocados. Whereas, for example, bananas, even a banana with bad spots, even this part of a banana is actually still pretty good. Right? If you eat this, it's pretty good. It's sweet. That might be gross. But yeah, that's the only thing about avocados. They are really good if it's ripe. The ripe avocado. Ripe. These bananas are ripe. Well, all of these are. Okay, this one, not ripe. Not ripe. Kind of ripe, kind of. This is the most ripe banana in the picture. The ripest. Right? That's how you say that? The ripest banana? That's a word, yeah. All right, let's continue. ideas on the vegetables? What does everyone think? I will make my personal list. So avocado up there. Arugula. Arugula is very good, but it's not like super amazing. So A tier for arugula. I want to be selective about this top tier. I need to find something for the F tier. Oh man, eggplant. It might be eggplant. Edamame. Just want to not cover these vegetables. All right, I'm not gonna take too long on this. If I had to put a vegetable down here, let's make a list games. Like make a list of video games. Should we do that next? We can do that. Maybe making lists is a good thing. This is the first time I'm doing it, really, I think. Yes, Harvey. Okay, cool. I will do it next. Deep Immer. So let's do this quickly. Eggplant, not very good. The skin, the outside. So my skin is white. This is my skin. The skin of the eggplant. Ugh, not good. Not good. Okra, it's nothing crazy, but it's not bad. So I'll say C. I'll be honest. Okra is C tier. Cucumber, that's like, yeah, to me, a cucumber. I heard a quote or saw a quote or a comment that the best part of a cucumber, the best part tastes like the worst part of a watermelon. The best part of the cucumber is like this part. The rind. This is called the rind. The rind of the watermelon. Yeah, I just think cucumber is overrated. I love broccoli and overripe banana. I agree. And I think I think broccoli might be, it's S or A. I will say A for now. Celery, it's a little better than okra. It's good in soup, and it's good with hummus. So yeah, celery's pretty good. You don't really use cucumber for a soup. Leeks, those are really good. So leeks they're B tier though. They're B tier. Kale, that's like A. Very healthy. Kale has tons of vitamins, minerals, stuff like that. Have you tried yellow watermelon? Yeah, I think so. At some point, I have tried it. I really like watermelon. Excuse me. Okay, red onion, A tier. Man, some of these are S. Okay, garlic, S tier. That is a top flavor in the world. Jalapenos, yeah, they're good. I think these jalapenos are the only spicy food. So since it's the only spicy, like, yeah, It's the only spicy thing. So, you know, what feature do jalapenos have that none of these other vegetables have? Jalapenos are hot and spicy. So I'll give them A. I'll say red onion is an S tier. I will say that. Pumpkin and sweet potato also. A tier? You think pumpkin is A tier? That's interesting. I don't really... I mean, pumpkin pie is great. But pumpkin pie is great because of the sugar, the milk, or whatever, the eggs. I don't know exactly what's in pumpkin pie, but it's the sugar to me. The sugar is what makes that food so good. But sweet potato, I will agree. That's, where is this? Sweet potato, yeah. Cauliflower, D, F. Almost, this might have to get an F, just to be fair to these other vegetables. Like beets, D, come on. Now asparagus can be very good. We have too many A tier vegetables, so asparagus are B. Again, they are hit or miss. Like hit or miss. Corn is classic. Corn on the cob. But also, cows eat corn. I can't make it S tier if we just give it to cows all the time. You know? Does that make sense? B. Carrots, B. Mushrooms, C. Bell peppers, oh man, we need to be more critical. Ginger, D. Brussels sprouts, let's be honest. F. Artichoke, F. Potatoes, C. I'm going to finish this right here. The tomato for me is gonna be a C level vegetable. Spinach is very good. I like spinach. Spinach will get an S tier because it's so healthy. It's so healthy. You can put spinach in a smoothie and not even notice. You don't realize that you're drinking spinach. And also, it tastes pretty good. I mean, a salad, that's a good food. So yeah, definitely S tier for me, spinach. Scallions, those are top notch. We say top notch. So a notch is like, no, I mean, it is this guy. His name is, or his fake name, whatever. But a notch in wood is like this, okay? He's putting notches in the wood. A top notch is just like a mark that's very high up on something. So, origin of the phrase top notch. Excellent or highest quality, likely from games or sports with scoring notches on a stick or board. So, football scoreboard. Back then, you didn't have a scoreboard like this. Instead, you had maybe notches in some wood to tell you the score of the game. I guess that's what Google says. Yeah, Radish is Radish the best. I am I am more in agreement with Lestat, who says I hate Radish. I just have never been impressed with a radish. It's very like, okay. So same thing with a turnip. These are gonna get low ranks. Low ranks. D. Cabbage. Let's be honest. Pumpkin, I will say C tier. Onion, S. Peas, B. Zucchini, B. Edamame, A. Butternut squash, it's either B or A. And lettuce, I'll give lettuce A tier. Alright, that's my list. Now let's go do another one. Tier maker. I'm just going to Google again. Tier making video games. I'll just maybe do this again. Oh, that's how I clicked on food and drink. Okay, video games. I don't know a lot of games, but wait, wasn't I just Oh man, look at all of these options. Oh, I'm not doing this. I have not played these games. Sorry, that's going to be too much. What was I going to do at this time anyway? Oh, location guessing was going to start in about 5 minutes. Because I'm 10 minutes behind with my timer. So we are at minute 38 of the stream. Which means... Alright, I'll do one more ranking thing. Fun tier ranking. Give me some good templates. States in the United States, okay. Right, this is a good option, guys. Right? We'll talk about... Alright, this is all 50? This will be fun, right? Yeah, I think so, okay. Cool, okay. Alabama. Alabama, I'm going to open up Google Maps so that we can search these locations quickly. And we're going to have Google Images for looking, or just Google. So Alabama... Look, Alabama it does have a history of racism. That's true. This was a part of the United States history. Now, Alabama also, I think, what are the most obese states? I think Alabama has a pretty big problem with obesity. Yeah. It's among the top 5 states with obesity problems. Which, obesity, an obese person, right, that is an obese person, a very big person. Because Alabama is very hot, it is it has a history of some racism, and it is, quite an unhealthy state. I'll say D. Alaska is just way out here. Alaska is not part of the lower 48. There are 48 states here, and then there's Hawaii and Alaska. Hawaii and Alaska are not part of the lower 48. But Alaska has so much land, and I mean, it's a beautiful state, so I will say A. Arizona. My cousin just got a house in Arizona. And Arizona, where am I? Okay. Arizona is good for running. It is a good place to go for running. It's pretty. You can, well, some of you, well, okay. Different states have different gun laws, but we're not going to talk about that, actually. Which state is popular with homeless? Probably California. Maybe Oregon, Washington. I don't know. Let's see. Which states have the most homelessness? Really? New York, Hawaii, Vermont. What? Vermont, Alaska. That's crazy. I did not think the map would look like this. The red is the most amount of homeless people. Orange, still a lot. And then you have blue, has less homeless people than orange. You get the idea of the map. So apparently New York, Oregon, California, Nevada, Colorado, Vermont. That's weird. Vermont. That's strange. So, I really like Vermont, though. And I used to go to Vermont as a kid. Where is Vermont? V, down here. So Vermont will be S tier. New Jersey will be that's tough. So in the United States, New Jersey is kind of how do you say this? There is a stigma, maybe? A stigma A stigma is an idea that people attach to something, but many people kind of laugh about New Jersey. They think it is all like this. They think New Jersey is all kind of like this, because this is what you see from New York. The view of New Jersey from New York. Whoops. That's the skyline from Jersey. Man, none of these pictures are the view of New Jersey. But there is so much to New Jersey. New Jersey has so much going on. We were driving 2 days ago. Hasidic? How do you spell this? There is a huge population of Hasidic people, Hasidic Jewish people. It's so interesting. There is a huge population of Portuguese, or not Portuguese, Brazilian people close to my town. Yeah, I mean, you have New York close by. It's very interesting. Sorry, I didn't answer this. I really don't know. Might pick Phoenix if I had to pick a place right now. But it's hard to say. It's hard to answer that question. There are so many cities in the US. Oh, we're at the time of the scheduled time to change topics. But this would take a long time to talk about every state. This would take a long time to really sort out which states are which. I don't even know. A lot of these states, I don't know anything about them. Minnesota, very cold. Pennsylvania, nice state. Rhode Island, I don't know, but probably nice. Yeah, that's gonna take too long. So, I thought this time of day might be more active on YouTube, but whatever. All right. The next thing on the, location guessing, GeoGuessr. Let's continue to GeoGuessr. Confirm. Oh, not GeoGuessr. Oh my God, OpenGuessr. OpenGuessr. All right. Looks like there is maybe a park. Yeah, this does look like a park. There are benches on the ground. I see quite a few benches. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 at least in this picture. A few red cars. 1, 2, 3 red cars in a row. 3 in a row. 1, 2, and a third. Now this brand, whatever this type of car is, doesn't look American, and the license plate the license plate is not an American one. American license plates all look a certain way. Depending on the state, it will look a certain way. It will have a certain color, design, and none of the plates look like this, with no design, no art, just blue background, white letters. That's it? No, you never see this. So, we know it's not the United States. And other than that, I don't know. I'm looking at this tree. I'm looking at the leaves on the tree and thinking, is this a tree that grows down here? Or could these, I mean, this looks like a birch tree with the white bark, so probably not near the equator. There's a variety of trees. I'm gonna say Europe. Ah, there is a small sign. There's something written on here, and the letter K is used. The letter K. I think that letter is most commonly used in the languages of these countries over here. So let's just say Europe. All right. Poland. All right, so this picture is on a highway with nothing but trees around. Really nothing but trees. There are no buildings, no other cars. It's just one road and some trees on both sides. So that's tough. That's tough. I mean, the yellow line down the middle, I guess we do that here. The road looks well paved, and the trees certainly look like trees from the north, like up here or somewhere in Russia. I will say Canada. I will say some area up in Canada. Okay, this was Ontario. Not bad. Not bad. Sorry, man. Sorry. I'm not seeing your chat. Let's do this. Okay. We definitely want the chat on for this game and for the spot the differences. Really at all times. I want to always have this. Okay, we have a sign here that says interdependencia, so I'm thinking South America or Spain or Portugal. Right off the bat, immediately, I'm thinking that. Yeah, we got a motorcycle, kid wearing some purple shorts, flip-flops. He's wearing flip-flops. Yeah, I'm thinking Brazil too, because of this word. I don't think that's Spanish. They never put this on anything. So, somewhere in Brazil. Maybe the water is close. Is that the beach? I don't see any mountains, so I'm gonna say close to the beach. Here. Okay, it was close to the beach. Very close to the ocean. The Atlantic Ocean. All right. It's hard to begin talking about the pictures. I have to think, like, what do I say about this? There are a few buildings. They look like they are homes. Looks like people are living in these buildings. They don't really look like a business. They're pretty small, but not tiny. They're not tiny little homes. Here there's a longer building. Oh, there's some kind of sign, so it's a town. You know this one, or what are you saying? This is interesting. There's some water running. You know, what is this? Well, there seems to be some metal holding the land back. It's kind of holding up the land, the dirt, from spilling into this dug out area. And it looks like there's water in here. Yeah, this is water. And I never see this kind of thing in the United States. The buildings also do not look like buildings from the United States. The roofs are just, it's not very common to have the kind of roof we see here. In the United States, we mostly have shingled roofs. Shingles. Roofs that have shingles. Oh, well, which country is this, man? This one is your country? This picture? Which country is that? Okay, there are some things hanging from this structure. Not even sure what to call this. It's part of a fence, but you can walk underneath this thing. So it's like an opening in the fence, an area where the fence opens up and you can walk through. You think Japan? Yeah, because of this right here, it looks like Asia. Yeah. This upwards slope, the upward direction here, whatever these are hanging, this rope. Yeah, I agree. It looks like Japan. Or Asia of some kind of Asian place. I'll say Japan. All right. Sweet. That was Japan. Sweet. Good guess. Wow. This is a barren landscape. This landscape is nothing but some short grass and dirt. Just dirt, rocks, dirt, grass, some fence posts, some wooden fence posts, and that's it. There's nothing else. This is barren. It can be anywhere, right? This could be up in Iceland. In some random part of Iceland, or that feels like a good, maybe Greenland. Nah, Greenland has too much snow and ice. I'll say southern Iceland, right along this road. Nothing going on. Ooh, very far away. Very far. The other pole. Towards the other pole. You got the North Pole up here. South Pole. Yeah, I mean, it was a location close to one of the poles. So, kind of the right idea. I mean, yeah. We all saw the picture. The picture was difficult. So this looks like a warmer place than the other picture. These trees look like trees from Montana, actually. This is how it looks to go down some roads in Montana. Looks like this, and there are some houses here. The garbage can looks like the kind of garbage can that we use. This mailbox, very American style mailbox. I'm thinking, I really would say right now, Montana. I really would. No, what? Alabama, what? That's crazy. Okay, this is Europe. Definitely Europe. We are, I guess this was taken on a boat. Yeah, we're on a boat going through a city or a town. The water looks very gross. Looks like some gross water. But I guess is Venice the only place where this really happens? Oh, this is Amsterdam? That's cool. I've never been to a place where they travel through the water like this. Alright, let's say that we are somewhere. Yeah, look at all this stuff. This part of the map is what we are seeing in the picture. There's all these little water roads or whatever they are. Strange. Okay, I don't see any buildings. We are somewhere that has a lot of open land. We are in some part of the world where there are rolling hills with not many trees. There's a lot of healthy looking grass. There are some people living here. This is probably a farm. Yeah, this is a farm. Looks like this land is getting ready to be planted. Looks like this land is ready to have some crops planted on it. Or maybe this land was just harvested. Harvesting is taking all of the crops, all of the food that's ready. You take that, you harvest that. I will say, it looks like it could be the United States. If it were the United States, it would be in this area. If this were the United States, I think I'm looking at this though. Okay. Santa Ana Valley Road. That could be the United States. I would say it's tough. because I don't see any big mountains. Big mountains. The mountains are pretty low. Alright, they don't reach up so high. The mountains are kind of low. California, okay, yeah. That feels like a good guess. California, away from the crazy mountains. Maybe just down here? Yeah, I mean, not bad. That it was California. That's a good guess. We got the state right. We had the right state. That's good. This text looks like Hindi. Hindi, or could be some languages of these countries near India. The countries nearby, it could be any of their languages as well. There's a horse in the road, or I don't know, a horse or some kind of similar animal. I mean, we're in India. We're so close to India that I'm just gonna guess India. Okay. Good enough. Cranberry Grove is the name of this street. Hello, Ahmet from Turkey. Hello, hello. Welcome to a Monday morning live stream. Ahmet from Turkey. This brick wall looks like a design that I see in the US. You see this design where the height of the brick wall changes like this. It goes up. And how do I describe this in simple English? It's a wall that changes in height at specific points on the wall. It has right angles. It has right angles, and it doesn't have a yeah, it doesn't have a diagonal direction. I don't know. This is a weird thing to try to explain. That's the thing about languages too. Sometimes something like this is just hard to explain. Right? Even myself, being a native English speaker, I would say, I mean, it's one of those fences that it has the same height for a few feet, and then it just drops off. The top of the fence just drops a couple feet, and then it's flat again, and then it drops off and it's flat again. It's tough to explain this. That's what I would say, though. Now, could be the United States. However, what is this? What is this sign? I have never seen a sign like that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. This looks weird. Now, ADT, that is a company that we have here. So, this is tough. I mean, this plant looks weird. This plant looks like a plant that you would see in Florida. Like, if the picture was just this, I would say, oh, ADT plant, I don't know, Florida. but this sign is throwing me off. This sign right here is just throwing me off and making me think, okay, it's a dead end sign. I just don't think I've seen that in the US. In the US, the signs just say dead end. It just says it's a dead end, which a dead end street, for those who don't know, this is a dead end street. A street where you can't go any further. The street ends. It has a dead end. So you have to turn around. End, dead end. Okay. So what do you think? Where is this from? What country? I can't guess the United States with this sign around. So I'm gonna say like Australia, because we don't use that sign. Poinsettia Road. Oh, that feels American. Oh man, I don't know. That's tough. I'm just gonna say freaking Australia. It's a weird guess. South Africa, man, South Africa shows up a lot. And Andre and I thought Australia was a good guess. Lestat thought Florida was a good guess, but it was South Africa. Okay, again, this is a very open field. There's not much here, but there are certainly some trees. And these tractors, just the few things that I see on the ground, this is some kind of tractor, but looks like it could be American. This is a small road, skinny, narrow road. It's narrow. So that makes me think maybe not the United States. We have big roads, wide roads in the United States. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Looks like a developed northern country, like here in the north. Looks like the road is too small. That's not true. This could be an American road. If it's, yeah, could be an English colony, like could be an old road. I was gonna say, if this is a picture from an area in the United States, it's gonna be on the East Coast, I think. That's where you have roads that look like this, and trees and shrubs that look like this. You have some hills, but no mountains. So I would think Pennsylvania. Outside of Philadelphia, in the larger, like the rest of Pennsylvania, there's a lot of farmland like this. So if it's in the United States, it's probably in Pennsylvania. I'll just say Pennsylvania. Boom. Up here. Kentucky. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Obviously, makes sense. That's... Right away, the side of this mountain looks like Montana. This is the kind of mountain you see in Montana. You have an unpaved road, which also is quite common in Montana. Now, is there anything that tells us we are not in Montana? No, I don't see any reason. I mean, actually, yeah. The grass is very, very green. That is not how Montana is. This grass is very green. In Montana, the grass is only this green for like 2 or 3 weeks out of the year. There's a period of 2 or 3 weeks where the grass looks like this. So it could be. Let's look at the rocks. Hello, Nef9R. Hello, hello. Welcome to the chat. I don't know what kind of plant this is, but if I knew the kind of plant, I would be able to make a better guess. I should learn what this kind of plant is. It doesn't look like a rich country. Yeah, but it also does look like Montana, man. It really does to me. Except for the grass. Maybe, okay, these trees. Yeah, we don't really have trees like that in Montana. Looks like Europe. But I don't know enough about Europe to say where. But it looks like a scene in World War II from somewhere. The mountains of Italy. No, it's Turkey. Hey, who's from Turkey? Ahmet. Ahmet, that's your country, man. It's beautiful. That was a beautiful picture. Maganut. What the heck language is this? German? No. Rahat-tani? That's not a German word, I don't think. So what the heck language is this? That will tell us the location. This gives it away. This sign would give away the location if I knew the language. If I knew what this said, and if I knew what language this was, then it would have been a giveaway. This sign would have given it away. It should give it away. I just don't know the language. That's the problem. But it's probably one of these countries, right? Probably. Just somewhere over there. Yeah. There are lots of languages over here. What's our timer at? We're at 1 minute and okay, I think we're gonna do the next thing. Spot the difference begins at 1:30. So that's in 10 minutes. Let me just double check how long the stream has been going for. Yep, 1 hour and 19 minutes. Okay. Well, this is a gloomy day sort of a gloomy, very cloudy day. There are lots of clouds in the sky. So let's look at the street signs as well. This, a blue sign that's on the ground with a white arrow pointing down and to the left. I don't know what kind of sign this is, but you can see on the road here, on the ground, the road. So this is both the ground and the road. It says, look right. Look right. That's English. So we're probably in the UK. You know, it's cloudy up here. They speak English. But if it were the US, I probably would recognize the signs. And I don't recognize yet. We also don't use many triangles like this. The only time we use this triangular sign, this triangle shaped sign, is for a yield sign. That would be a yield or some kind of warning. So yeah, I don't think this is the United States. I think we're in the UK, close to London probably. It was the UK, so I'm happy with that guess. Yeah, England, correct. Correct. Okay, another picture on an open road, a location without any buildings, a location with just one road, some trees, some grass, and a wide open sky. A wide open sky, just a few clouds in the back here. A few clouds far away from where the picture was taken. I don't know, Australia or South. Let's go South Africa. Ah, nice. It was South Africa again. Okay. I'm starting to maybe recognize some of these places. This is pretty. There are flowers on the ground. Some yellow flowers. Hello to Uzbekistan. Hello to you. Uzbekistan, very cool. All right, so the only building in this picture is this red brick building with a red tile roof. I will say, this is not the style of building that we have here in the United States. We do not have very many buildings that look like this. I also don't think we have these flowers. These flowers do not look familiar to me. We can see the back. Samarkand is a beautiful city. Is this Samarkand? No, this is... The back of this sign is all I can see. I can only see the back of the sign. I don't know what's on the front. What you doing? Are you planning game? I don't know. I'll be making different videos. Not sure. But for now, the live streams. So yeah. A Turkish road. Oh, you think this could be in Turkey? You think it might... Wow, that's very cool if this is Turkey. Whoops. So... Anyways, all I was gonna say is that in the United States, we don't have these circular signs very, very often. We don't use many circular signs. And we don't have signs like this. It is in Turkey. I believe you. I will make the guess in Turkey. And we'll say it looks kind of mountainous. So maybe there's mountains over here. Nice. Turkey. Beautiful. Good job. Good job. That's cool. I would not have guessed Turkey. I would not have guessed. This could be the United States. There's a shingle roof, a chimney. There's a chimney with brick. A chimney made out of brick. We have quite a few big cars on the road, some street signs that are not circular. They are not circular. I mean, I think this is the United States. Yeah, you have the stop sign, the red 8-sided stop sign, the octagon. So, yeah, I think the United States. And which state? I mean, this could be New Jersey. This could be. I want to say we're over here. Maybe like Connecticut. Or... yeah, I would say somewhere like right... maybe right here. Who knows? I don't know. No, it's Detroit. Yeah, it's definitely the USA. I can tell it's the USA. I'm trying to go back to the picture. I'm trying to... oh, I guess I can't go back. That's all right. Yeah, not the United States. Some kind of German language. This looks like it could be Germany, just based on the sign. Just based on this. Look at that letter. What letter is that? Lüneburger? What the this is one of these countries. Austria or something. Yeah, Berlin. That was very much Germany. That was the heart of Germany. All right, we have another sign with a language that looks like Hindi, but it's not. Might be, I don't know what language that is, but it's gonna be in this part of the world. We have a small water tower. We have a person, I don't know what this person is doing. I don't know what they're doing. Is this a hole in the ground or something? Oh, there's some trash on the ground. That's not good. There's some garbage on the ground. I don't know. I couldn't say. All right. You say Vietnam. That's a cool looking language, but I'll say Vietnam, sure. I will take a guess. Oh, it was India. Lestat. Lestat said India at the last second. Alright, let's do the spot the differences. I found a different website that hopefully hopefully it's a good website. I found a different website that hopefully is high quality. Hopefully it's good. Well, there are a few obvious differences. I don't know how many differences. Oh, there's only two. They're so easy. This bird has something golden on its chest, and the dog has different color eyes. Next level. Okay, there is a family skydiving. This whole family is apparently skydiving. Skydiving. That's what this is called. They're skydiving over a canyon, over some water. And we have one of the kids has some crazy green hair in this picture. So that's one difference. The dad here is wearing sunglasses in this one. Yeah, very easy. There's a kid. There's a fifth kid in this picture who is nowhere to be found in the other picture. All right, these pictures are easy. The color of the drink, the crab. There's a crab on the ground. And what? The color, oh my god, these websites, man. Sorry, everybody. This is not difficult at all. Well, that's no bueno. Yeah, that's not good. Sorry. I keep running into this problem. Find the differences for adults? Is that even a thing? Oh my god. What is the best problem-solving game? No, man, just give me that one. Alright, you know what I can do? I can just open these up in, like, Paint. Nah, that's a boring picture, though. A black and white picture. Why are all of these black and white? Yeah, feels like the spot the differences is somehow not even like an option anymore. Spot the differences games are all bad now. Well, that was the next thing. So we could do, no, the comic book, I don't know. Shoot, we're an hour in, an hour 35 in, and we've hit the first problem. which is there's still not a good. Let's do the would you rather thing. No, let's not do that. Okay. Maybe I will just end this here because I don't want to do the stream without feeling like, okay, this is what we're doing. So and I think I'm going to get a new PC. A better PC that will be easier to make videos on. I think I'm going to get that. I mean, I think Stoic philosophy is very good. I think it is very good. I do think that Stoicism, it does not include any real, it does not include as much wisdom about the ego and the nature of thoughts. It does not talk about this as much as something like Buddhism. The Eastern philosophies, I think, understood much better that there is value in these practices, that you can explore the mind, different aspects of the mind, by doing things like meditation. Stoicism was all about behavior, what you do, and how you think. It's about how you think, but they frame, this is a frame. So they frame the philosophy like, you know, from the ego. And I think the ego is an illusion. But the Stoics never talk about the ego being an illusion. This is, in my opinion, the most interesting, most important thing in, maybe most important starting place in philosophy, is that the sense of self, okay? Decent pictures. These pictures are okay. You know, this, we all feel like a self. We feel like the ego in the mind, the center of our attention. So I think that's an illusion. Just like any other illusion. Right? If you look at this, it can look like these are moving. Oh, not really. It's not doing it for me. But optical illusions about length of a line. Yeah, perfect. So it looks like this line is longer than this point. Here we go. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Are these two the same? Yeah, these are probably the same size. Are they? I don't even know. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a good one. So the illusion is that this green line looks to be shorter, and this green line looks to be a little bit longer. It's just an illusion. It's not actually this way. And the feeling that you have a self, the feeling of ego, is just an illusion. It's not real. It's not real. And the Stoics don't really talk about that. So, the film Revolver explores this theme well. I have not seen the film Revolver. I have not heard about the film. Revolver film. This one? Really, this is about ego. Oh, is this okay? This might not be okay for me to show this, actually. So, all right. That might be it for this stream. I don't know. How many people are here? I think we just have a few. 6. Nice. We have maintained a few people the whole stream. But you know what I'm gonna go do is some stretching. My body is very, very tight. And I think a lot of it is from jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu and just sitting and not stretching. But definitely a lot of jiu-jitsu. And yeah, do any of you do jiu-jitsu? Who here does? Probably not. Who here does martial arts? But, you know, you don't have to do martial arts to be based. You can be a very based, very cool person and just not do this, because this is kind of dangerous. It is a little bit dangerous, because you can have injuries. You can have all kinds of injuries. An injury on your knee, an injury to your finger, your ankle, your wrist. Yeah, you can get injured pretty much anywhere by doing jiu-jitsu. Calisthenics, nice. Calisthenics are great. I also do a lot of, well, I don't do a lot of calisthenics, but I do push-ups and pull-ups. Push-ups, pull-ups. That way, I don't have to go to a gym. I don't have to pay money. I don't have to pay money to go to a gym. I can do push-ups and pull-ups. Push-ups and pull-ups. Anywhere. Almost anywhere. You just need a bar. For the pull-ups, you just need a bar. For the push-ups, you really can do push-ups almost anywhere. So yeah, that's good. That's a good way to stay in shape, because if your workout routine is to always go to the gym, and then one day you can't go to the gym, or you don't want to pay for the gym, or you don't want to drive. Let's say you don't want to drive to the gym. Well, if that's the only way that you work out, then you might not work out. But if you just do push-ups, you do pull-ups at a park, it's easy to find a park with bars. I would use these bars. Easy pull-up bars. You could use this if you had to. Yeah. Yup. But I'm going to put this lacrosse ball on my back. The lacrosse ball is good for muscle knots. If you have muscle knots, which I have these, I have muscle knots in my back. If you have these, you can take a lacrosse ball and just put pressure on the muscle knot, and it hurts. It hurts. Like, ouch. It hurts to do that, but it's very good for the muscle knot. So yeah, a muscle knot is a part of your muscle where these fibers, these muscle fibers, some of them are contracted. They are contracted. So, for example, the bicep muscle. This is your bicep muscle extended when it is, here we go. Just looking for a good picture. Well, in this diagram, the muscle is fairly extended. This person's hand is down, and in this picture, the muscle is being contracted. This muscle is being contracted. This bicep is more contracted than this bicep. He's working out this bicep. He's contracting the muscle. And if you have parts of your muscle that are contracted all the time, that's a muscle knot. Nice. Yeah, I just think it's nicer. I think the main reason I don't like gyms, actually there are a few reasons. So I don't like gyms because they cost money. They have lots of germs, no fresh air. They have loud music. That's a big one. That's a big reason, is I do not like the music that they play. And there are other people. So that's why I just like to go outside somewhere. Or lately I've just been doing jiu-jitsu. That's been pretty much all of the exercise, just jiu-jitsu. So yeah, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to stretch and use the lacrosse ball for a little bit. They take up a lot of time on the road. Yes, that too. You have to drive at least a few minutes, if not several minutes, just to get there. All right. Well, thank you for joining the live stream. I hope that it has been interesting. And I have this game, The Long Dark. I'm going to be making some more videos of all kinds, so don't worry. They will be coming. More vocab. We'll see what everyone wants. But I do think the live stream thing is very valuable. I just think people need to realize that this is happening, and they can take part. All right, but yeah, that's all for today. Again, tomorrow I'm gonna have a plan like this, a structure, and I think I'll do this tomorrow as well. So we'll try to do a live stream every day. Try to do it every day, and around 2 hours per live stream. All right. And I'm gonna keep looking up more ideas, more things to do. You're welcome, guys. And we're gonna keep experimenting with things to do on the stream to make it as entertaining and educational as possible. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys. Whoops. I'll see you tomorrow, or maybe later if I upload a video, another vocab or something like that. All right. Bye-bye.